You feel their eyes on you. You hear the whispers. They minimize your wins. They say you got lucky. It stings, doesn't it? But look closer. Why are they obsessed with you? They don't envy you because you failed. They envy you because you escaped. You have been told a noble lie. Ignore the haters. They don't matter. This is true, but it misses the point. Their hate is not random. It is a signal. It is proof that you have something they desperately want. Their poison is actually your fuel. Today, I will show you how to decode their envy. I will give you the 3 mechanisms of hate, and I will teach you how to turn their jealousy into your power. Are you ready to rise? Let's talk about the nature of hate. True hate is rare. What you are experiencing is almost certainly not hate. It is envy wearing a mask. Envy is the most painful emotion because it is an admission of inferiority. To envy you, they must first believe that you have something valuable that they lack. They cannot admit this to themselves. It would destroy their ego. So they transform their envy into criticism, into concern, into moral outrage. They attack you not because you are bad, but because your light reveals their darkness. You are a mirror, and they hate what they see in the reflection. They are not reacting to who you are. They are reacting to who they failed to become. Let's look at David. David started a business. His old friends laughed. "It's risky," they said. "Who do you think you are?" David worked. He struggled. He succeeded. Now he has money. He has freedom. Do his friends celebrate? No. They say, "He's changed. He's arrogant. He forgot where he came from." They are not angry that David changed. They are angry that they stayed the same. David's success is a constant, painful reminder of their own inaction. Every time they look at him, they see their own wasted potential. They have to tear him down to feel okay about staying down. Do you have people like this in your life? People who only liked you when you were struggling. The Stoics knew that this is the price of excellence. If you want to climb the mountain, you must be prepared for the wind, and you must be prepared for the stones thrown by those who stayed in the valley. Your win is their loss. The first mechanism is the mirror. Humans are comparing machines. We define our worth by looking at others. When you rise, you disrupt the hierarchy. You show them what is possible. And by doing so, you remove their excuses. If you can do it, why can't they? That question burns. It keeps them up at night. To silence that question, they must destroy your success. They must find a flaw. He cheated. She slept her way to the top. It's a scam. If they can invalidate your success, they can validate their failure. Why do you care about the opinions of people who are losing? Do you ask a broke person for financial advice? No. So why do you let bitter people dictate your self-worth? Their criticism is a confession. They are confessing their own insecurity. You are not being attacked. You are being measured. and you are winning. Listen to the confession, not the insult. It is a kingly thing to do good and to be spoken of ill. Marcus Aurelius. If you are doing nothing, no one will speak of you. If you are doing great things, they will speak. Take the speech as proof of the deed. When they attack, ask yourself, do I want their life? If the answer is no, then their opinion does not matter. You are playing a different game. Let them win their game of bitterness. You win your game of growth. If I can't have it, neither can you. The second mechanism is the crab bucket. If you put one crab in a bucket, it can climb out. If you put a bunch of crabs in, none can climb out. Why? Because the moment one starts to rise, the others pull it back down. This is not malice. It is instinct. It is the fear of being left behind. When you start to improve your life, you are climbing out of the bucket. Your friends, your family, your colleagues, they feel the distance growing. They panic. They try to pull you back. You work too hard. Come have a drink. Relax, it's not that important. Are they trying to help you? Or are they trying to keep you compliant? Are they protecting you from failure? Or are they protecting themselves from your success? You know the answer. You feel the drag. Do not let them pull you down. Kick free. You are learning to see the hidden war. You are learning that their attacks are actually compliments. If you are ready to rise above the bucket, make a choice. Go to the comments. Write this down. Write, I rise above. This is your new altitude. The object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane. Marcus Aurelius. The bucket is insane. The crowd is insane. Sanity is outside. Sanity is up. Climb. Do not announce your plans to the crabs. Do not ask for their permission. Just climb. Work in silence. Let your results speak. By the time they realize you are gone, you will be too high for them to reach. They dress their envy in morality. The third mechanism is moral superiority. The envious person knows that I'm jealous sounds weak. So they say, I'm concerned. They say, you've become greedy. They say, you're not spending enough time with family. They use virtue as a weapon. They don't attack your actions. They attack your right to rise. They try to make you feel guilty for your ambition. They try to frame your success as a moral failing. This is the ultimate disguise. It allows them to attack you while feeling like a saint. Is their concern genuine? Does it help you? Or does it just make you feel bad? True concern empowers. Fake virtue shames. Do not accept their frame. You are not bad for wanting more. You are not bad for growing. They are bad for trying to stop you. This is your shield. When they attack, do not get angry. Feel pity. Look at them and see the pain behind their eyes. See the smallness of their world. Imagine how much it must hurt to be that bitter. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Marcus Aurelius. They are bitter. Be grateful. They are petty. Be magnanimous. They are stuck. Be free. Pity dissolves anger. It turns their weapon into dust. You see them now, not as monsters, but as prisoners of their own envy. Their hate is not about you. It never was. It is about them. It is about their fear, their regret, their pain. You have escaped the bucket. Do not climb back down to argue. Do not throw stones back. Just keep climbing. The higher you go, the quieter it gets. The air is cleaner up here. If they mocked your climb, it's because they never left the ground. The view is beautiful. The choice is yours. If you are ready to leave the noise behind and claim your height, then subscribe to the Stoic Citadel. This is not a place for crabs. It is a home for climbers. Go to the comments. Make your final declaration. Write, I rise above. Your training continues. You have learned to handle envy. Now you must learn to handle the fear of being alone at the top. Your next briefing is waiting. Click the video. Why being alone is a superpower. The Stoic path to freedom. Learn to love the altitude.